You're near the end of your session and you're wondering, I wonder if my client actually got the result. I wonder if this limiting belief is still there. And you're wondering how to best test to make sure that you have completely changed a client's life today. So, this is a very, very solid testing question that you can ask your clients to ensure that their problem has been eradicated. The conflict that they've been dealing with is completely eradicated. And no, you are not going to give them those very, very fluffy hypnotic suggestions. You're not going to give them an audio because that is not proof for anything. You are going to ask your client a question. And this question is, so how do you feel now about this and that? That is it. I'm going to give you an example. A client comes to you for binge eating and they really want to stop eating the chocolate, right? Let's go with that example. A client comes and they say, I really want to stop eating sugar. It seems like I cannot stop, but I just feel like garbage afterwards. That is the conflict, right? I can't stop eating it, but I feel like garbage afterwards. That is a huge conflicting reality, right? Those two things are opposite and really very difficult to exist at the same time. That's why they came to you, right? To stop that shit, to stop eating something that is very, very damaging for them. I'm doing something that is damaging. And so you go through your sessions, you're asking your clients questions, you're getting to the root of the problem, and you're like, how do I make sure that this client is no longer going to binge on chocolate treats? You're just going to ask at the end. Say, hey, Jane Doe, how do you feel about eating chocolate now? That's it. That's it. And based on their answer, that's how you're going to know if the conflict is eradicated. So if they say something along the lines of, yeah, you know what? I can't even be bothered. I'm just going to throw all that shit out in my pantry and I'm just not going to buy anymore. That is a good sign that you've done really great work. And if they say hesitate and go, I don't know. I feel very, very emotional about it still. Like I'm still scared that I might continue to buy chocolate the next time I go to the shops, right? Then there is still some work to do. So you get to do that work inside our hypnotic questioning trainings. We just dive straight in, and if a client hesitates, then we keep on working on the problem because we're just asking questions and we have that skill to do so. So for you, is it going to be your next session? Is it going to be right then and there? Do what needs to be done for you. But if you want the fastest result and best, deeper, meaningful results for your clients, do that shit right then and there. There's a reason why they're there in front of you, right? To help them. If you have weekly sessions and a client is still hesitating that week, they could still potentially binge eat and be emotional about it. You could have saved that client a lot more stress. You could have saved that client a lot more money from the treats, right? If you just do it right then and there. And this is definitely what I would suggest my students to do. That's why we test completely. That's why hypnotic testing is a huge, huge thing inside the hypnotic questioning process. And so when you ask that and they hesitate, continue working with them, whether that be within the session or the next session. Within the session is better. And then just keep on asking them questions. If you're using techniques and scripts right now, that's fine. Use that. Keep on testing. This is the biggest thing. This was not taught traditionally, which blows my mind why we don't test. See where your client is at now. Like you never know, right? If you are using, say, a technique or something, you are using like an NLP thing, right? With like the left hand, right hand doing this, and a client after maybe doing this, I don't know that technique. Maybe after they're doing this, they finally feel that they don't have that craving to eat the chocolate. And because you had expected that they need more things, like you got to read them some more, you got to make post-hypnotic suggestions, you got to give them a visualization. But at minute 20 in your sessions, after this was done, they stopped the binge eating. Like, why are you wasting time? Right. So this is why in hypnotic questioning we test and test and test. We see where the client is at with regard to their problem after they have the breakthrough, so that we do not waste time. Time is the most precious resource in the world. We cannot get that shit back. And that's why hypnotherapists absolutely love the hypnotic questioning method, because it saves a lot of time for them and their clients. And also, so that if there were times that a client still has their problem present, which does happen, then they can address it right then and there in that session and allow for the mind to process afterwards and create even better results for their clients. And so that is the very, very simple question that I would suggest. And so if we don't ask this question, this is really the reason why 3 sessions are needed for something that can really be done in 1. And so more time wasted, more frustration, and let's just allow our clients to live their lives in the fastest way possible, shall we?